Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as we succeeded in shutting Rigongar out because he was wild out of his face. He wanted our stability to go away. No such thing. That thing is very bad to lose because it's bad. Anyway, last episode we spent a bunch of time over here. We also did other things, but we spent a bunch of time over here. And today we might spend a bunch of time over here as well. We have two events over here that are waiting resolution. We have new things over here. Kingdom Defense. It reduces the chance of random encounters in the region. That costs a bunch of money. I might not want that. Yeah, as I say as I put stuff in there. And also support the Warden's endeavors for extra stability. Seriously? He's the one that gives me stability, and he was the one that... Oh my god, Rigongar, you're out of your mind. Anyway, we're gonna spend one of these points over here and hope that that doesn't fail, and we're also gonna send Tsana over there to succeed. She always succeeds. Trade agreement with Sortova, agreement with the things, strengthened sods, jods. Yeah, these are basically all done because I need to do one of these, and I will. The problem is... Sure. Send him that way. And then we can support anybody else's. It's a little bit better. The problem is I do want to get her out. But then she doesn't... There's nothing for her to do. Easier upgrades. Region claims. That does cost a bunch of money, though. Sure. I have plenty of money. It's not a problem. Yeah, we're gonna do this. And, yeah. So that's gonna get us to the next month. So we can strengthen, support the treasures for economy. Sounds about right. We could do that. Save the game just in case. Oh, no, not just in case. Absolutely save the game, because I really don't want to fail at that. I'm done with failing at things that I use my crisis points at. We've done that twice in a row now, and that's not gonna happen this time. And you'll see it not happening. Support the... No, that was not... Blank spots. Okay, that was gonna succeed anyway. The curator and the cartographer mapped out the safest and most convenient trade routes. Ashes and dust. That was a good one, wasn't it? Yes, it's the Arsonists. A rumor spread through the streets that the Magister had called the Arsonists cowards and bastards. That night, the bandits threw caution to the wind and lit fires all across the city. That's... Octavia, you idiot. As torrents of magical rain fell upon the city, the guards caught them one by one. Why not all at the same time? The counselor ordered all sick livestock slaughtered, and we did that already before. Trading with Brineheart. Your merchants have begun to trade with Brineheart for +7 economy. And we got 3 new events over here for an eclipse. The recent solar eclipse... I need to be careful here. Yeah. Yeah. I failed at that. Because I need to do this with a rim. I just didn't. I thought they were all support. I suppose I should start by looking at these. So that'd be rank up. These are trade agreements and whatnot. Yeah, we're probably going to do that a little bit more. Because all these suck. Then we got training, we got curses, and we got other. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, my bad. That is my bad. So if we look at rank up, that'll be for you. Then we succeed again. At least I hope we do. Well, we are definitely gonna. Because magic. Let's see. Okay, it's the same. That's the same. That's the same. All of those are triumphs. Those look better. Oh, we got different things over here. Yeah, because it's all randomized. Clash of the Fanatics. Hostilities have arisen between the priests of Abadar and Gosre. The priests of Gosre are incensed that the followers of Abadar have no fear of nature's wrath, while the followers of the god of cities consider them raving, uncouth simpletons. The situation is heating up. Historically speaking, they wouldn't be... There wouldn't be a distinction like that. City folk... Well, they do... It's sort of... on the Renaissance, they might. After the Renaissance, that's more or less where this started becoming more of a commonplace. Before that, it wasn't like this. This is a very 20th, 21st century attitude to have. This is, oh, I live in the city. I'm not some rustic person. But that's because of our way of living, requiring a lot of transportation. It used to be that it wasn't like that. That you wouldn't your life wouldn't require a lot of transportation. You source your stuff locally, both your food as well as building materials and basically pretty much everything. Which means that you didn't need to have the latest clothes or the latest cell phone or just sort of things that you have an easier access on in the cities. You just need to have good strong beams in your roof and a nice fireplace and just like good chairs and stuff like that. And that didn't really translate very well for into the distinction between cities and country. Or rather, it did translate very well because people in the country had access to that sort of stuff a lot cheaper than in the cities. Because in the cities, well, the life was it's different. Some things would be cheaper, but most of them wouldn't. And so it's for different people for sure. I suppose it would be about around the Renaissance with the sort of rise of the bourgeoisie that it really started to change that perception. In our country, in the country of whatever we're called, of freedom, yes, that's our country, that definitely wouldn't make any sense. People in the countryside would live better and have better houses and just eat better food and just have fewer diseases and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, this is just 21st century style commentary, which doesn't fit. And also it's sort of meh. It's like it'd be fun if it didn't fit, but it was like sharp, interesting commentary about our society of these days. Nope, that's not what it is. It's commonplace that they forgot. They forgot that things didn't exist as the writers forgot. I mean, that things didn't always weren't always the same way they are right now. Because and it keeps happening over time and again, and it's sort of a shame. A kingdom, says Canara. The tiefling favors this word like candy melting on her tongue. Yes, you now have a real kingdom. Your entire capital was once worth less than the goods now flowing through your ports. It's about time to reform the tax system before we start looking like hapless guests at a feast, hungrily eyeing the most delicious dishes and they're carried past. Although one mustn't give way to greed either. Luxurious items for the wealthy, materials and tools for craftsmen, and simple goods for the common folk. All of these are different things, and it would be unwise to tax them equally. I'll prepare a detailed draft of the reform, but first listen to my proposals. Allow me to... I'm just... Canara, I love you, but we need to just look at these things. That's what we're gonna do. And hopefully you have suggested... She's pretty good at this, actually. So she probably suggested the best. Allow me to found our own... Yeah, found. I keep forgetting that found is not just the past tense of the verb to find. It's also the verb to found. It just sounds weird to me. But anyway, our own royal trade guild in our lands. Its members will enjoy lower taxes and extended rights, but membership would have to be earned. As in, pay me money? I will... That doesn't sound... I wonder what that is. A trade guild for members, where you lower their taxes. Why won't I just lower the taxes of the people that I want to benefit? Imagine I think like the silk traders are getting too fat, and I'm like, nah, I think we could do a little bit with a little bit of less of their fat. And I'm just gonna, put some taxes on them. Or something, you know what I mean. Anyway, but membership would have to be earned. I will make every merchant go out of their way to ingratiate themselves with us and demonstrate that doing business with them is highly profitable for the crown. Just think what opportunities will open. Well, let's see. So, 1 build point per region, 1 build point per upgraded region. Kingdom effect trade guild provides... Oh, it's a thing that I need to build. Plus 3 build points per week, I think. Maybe? No, it's the kingdom effect. It's a specific thing that shows up on the top left corner of the screen when we're in the kingdom management screen. Trade guild, which provides some things for every 50 economy points up to a maximum of 30. Psst, he can have 500. I can't believe that. 30 BP per week. In addition, provides 3 BP per week for each upgraded region and 1 BP per week in each non-upgraded region. That's the... Yeah, sure. And then we have over here loyalty plus 5, economy plus 5. A random kingdom stat is increased by 1 each week. Also provides plus 3 BP per week for each upgraded region. This is really nice. I like this one. Minus community, minus loyalty. Provides plus 5 VP per week for each upgraded region. That sounds bad. Why would I do that? Minus community, minus loyalty, minus stability, plus 3 VP. Oh, that gives me a lot of money. I don't need that. Plus loyalty and economy. And our unrest improves. And freedoms again. Let's see. That sounds about right, actually. Let's see. Kingdom effect. No import taxes. So each month... What would be the realistic effect of no import taxes? My education as a... I majored in archaeology, but I studied history a lot. Specifically, I didn't really study political history, unfortunately, so that's where I was going with when I said my education. Didn't really teach me very much about international trade, but I do know there was a time where Portugal, which is my country, became protectionist, and I think it was like right before we became a vassal state from Spain for like 60 years. I think it was around that time, because we had a huge trade deficit, and we were basically... Our inflation was going up like nobody's business. Spain had a similar problem as well, but I don't know the details of that. And theirs was because they were getting a lot of gold, and ours was also related to that, but it was kind of a thing. And I say getting a lot of gold, I mean stealing a lot of gold, but both Spain and Portugal were empires at the time, colonial empires, obviously. But anyway, the point is, what would this mean? We would this would shape our economy. Like no import taxes would definitely shape our economy, because it would allow neighboring countries to target our industry. Like, for example, if they wanted to take over, I don't know, let's say woodworking, or no, lumber is what I meant to say. If wanted to take over lumber for some reason, which I think would be really difficult, because we have all the lumber around here. Let's say weaving, yeah, wicker stuff, and just like weaving and baskets and whatnot. Let's say Pitax decides that they want to sell us cheap baskets, which is also kind of related to what happened in the 1600s with Portugal as well. Basically, we imported a lot of stuff from Europe all over, and then all of a sudden we couldn't import that stuff anymore, and the rich still did, by the way. It's kind of complicated. There's a lot of things, but that would mean that our weaving industry would die, because we wouldn't be able to compete, or we may not be able to compete. Certainly without the problem with this is that we don't levy any taxes, but the neighboring countries could very well be investing state money into their weaving industry to kill our own weaving industry. So we might have to, instead of not, it might be a spending, which does happen in modern day, by the way, in certain aspects, states investing in certain industries to compete with, to outcompete with foreign industries. China does that famously with a lot of stuff, with iron for a while, for example. But yeah, we would need then, instead of not getting any money from taxes, we would need to spend money on our weaving if we wanted to save that industry. Otherwise, we would have to probably figure out how to get all the weavers to not die of starvation, unless we don't have that sort of economy, which I really had no decision over. I don't know why we don't have a feudal system, by the way, because we just seem to have a very there's a word for it. The original word for what came after in Europe anyway, the feudalistic system. It's not like trade system. It's a it's with the rise of bourgeoisie, and I do forget all these terms. Mercantilistic. That's the one. And that thing has certain other implications. But yeah, I like that unrest state improving. So I'll go with it. Yeah, it's also gonna give me a little bit of a buffer to do some other things that are a little bit more wild. So, yeah. So that's gonna... each week, loyalty improves by 1. Economy increases by 5. It's wild. Provides +1 BP per week for every 20 economy points above 200, up to 10 BP per week. Yeah. The smile on Kanara's face turns into a grimace. This is madness. I'm serving an insane queen. After this, I wouldn't be surprised if you decide to walk around the streets naked. That's a good idea. Appoint an owl bear as head of government and execute anyone who has more than 3 cats at home. Just don't go away, Kanara. Because I think they can go away. She's still around, right? Yeah, she's fine. See? That's how you queen. That's how I queen. And we got +1 economy. And we have Serene for +1 to all kingdom checks. And that is beauty. That's what that is. So you're doing that. Oh yeah, you're doing that. Start that event. We have a new rank up over here, which is going to allow us to have treasury. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start min-maxing. I'm going to start focusing on things. Oh yeah, we can have a lot of it. So I'm going to want to support loyalty. Actually, I need to... Yeah, let's see. So this is for economy. This is for loyalty. Perfect. Sana is busy. Dang it, Sana. Why? I hate that the axes don't update. Why don't they? It's like, why? It's a simple freaking script. Every time somebody gets committed to things, recheck the checks. Who didn't catch this? Anyway, we're not going to do that, but we will do that eventually. We have military and economy. That sounds about right. We could do that. We have events. Yeah, we don't really need... So let's see. This is going to be for economy. 14 days. Yeah, save the game just in case. Saving. And we can do it. Start the project. Which is also good because they're... You know, she's going to be better at solving things. And we solved that. Kingdom defense. Success. Okay, we have some training over here to strengthen, make our skill as a treasurer. No. Why? Why does that keep showing up? We've got a bunch of events over here. One of them that cannot be solved because Arim is busy right now. And I think is going to be busy forever. Yep. This one is very fast. It will expire right now. It's a very easy one as well. Yeah, that sucks. That's just how it is. Testimony of loyalty. The citizens wish to express their appreciation for their ruler and protector. Someone must organize a presentation of gifts. Regongar, definitely not gonna murder everybody. We'll see. Faith and loyalty. The subjects of the Queen pledge their undying loyalty and support. This opportunity should be seized by Valerie. Ooh, that's pretty good, actually. Runaways. Mighty Genie Binders. Again. Sure. We don't... I mean... Octavia. You know what? I don't really need that. Let's just keep it like that, and we'll see if I'm gonna spend it. The River Maiden. There is a mermaid in a river where trade ships operate. She has begun to sink passing vessels. She must be chased away from there before she scares all the merchants off. That's a very easy thing to do, apparently, so we're probably gonna do that. Troublemakers. Unknown troublemakers are spurring the people to rebel against their ruler. Grumblings of popular discontent can be heard in the capital. Advisors should either answer to the rabble-rousers or nip the rebellion in the bud. The storyteller can do that. And we got Craftsman Strike. We should support it. The local craftsmen refuse to return to their workshops. The worker... Who are they striking against? More money for their work? Wait, the craftsmen don't own their workshops? Kanara, go there and see that they seize the means of production. She's not going to do that. She's about on the other side. Treasurer requests my attention. Yes, speaking of which, we're going to have to deal with her. She's going to shout at me for saying that I am naked all the time. A messenger from the Daggermark trading houses has arrived at court. They're requesting permission to trade on your lands. His words are sweet, but not like honey. Like what? Sugar? Rather more like the sickening sweetness of rotting meat. Oh, no. Daggermark is an ugly travesty of a state, a den of thieves and thugs, where you can easily buy a life, or lose your own for a handful of gold. Yes, Daggermark, it's a lovely name for a city, a state like that. I wonder if it's a country as well, by the way. Daggermark does possess money and goods, but they also have a reputation of, I suppose, the thing that she said before? Yeah, yeah. If they do come to your dominions, do not hope that they will conduct their business peacefully. Oh no. They'll begin by imposing their own rules, and like plague-stricken rats, they will... well, at least we're not talking about them as if they were, as if they were insects, so that's an improvement. Although insects are pretty cool as well, but they're not cooler than rats. But still, we're talking about them as if they're rodents. They will spread extortion, blackmail, forgery, and 1,000 other ailments throughout our country. Is that worth the profits they promise? No, it isn't, Canara. No, it isn't. Let's see if it is or not. It is. Let them go home. We have no interest in their offer. That's what I'm gonna go with. A wise decision, she says. Yes, oh, look at all those pluses. I think I won't insult our dear guests without right refusal. We don't want these respected businessmen to bring their assassins' knives into the capital. Oh, we do. We do, but... oh, well, she doesn't. I'll tell them we're ready to deal and then propose such terms that they'll have no choice but to refuse. They'll soon go back where they came from, of their own volition. Yeah, and they're too dim to know what the heck you're doing. Because there's even a term in business where you say, like, for a proposal that you want to, lose the client. There's a term for that, and I don't know the term, obviously, because I don't know so many things that I'm ignorant of. But specifically, what she's doing is a well-known strategy, at least in modern day, anyway. And you can bet your butt that it's been known for millennia, because people have been doing deals for millennia. In accordance with our agreement, I have brought you a gift. Ah, such nice things. Thanks, by the way. Bye. And, let's go back to Gondolin. I keep forgetting that it's Gondolin. Did I say where I got the name from, by the way? It's my favorite city in Tolkien mythos. It's also weird, and that's a terrible story. It's people... it's bad. It happens, bad things. Okay, so we have, potentially, Octavia doing things over here. That's pretty good. And we can spend a crisis points. A crisis points? Yes, my English is very good. And then we have things over here. Now we should do the rank ups. Actually, we should make sure... so those are strengthen, and these are trade agreements that we don't need. And that's things that we can't do, or we won't be able to do because everybody's very busy. Hopefully somebody won't be busy, I mean. Nope, they're all very busy. That's a shame. We got Lindsay about to not be. So that's not too shabby. Yeah, let's do it. Start that event. Start that event. Let's take that away and put it over there because I don't trust that counter. Every once in a while, the counter. Do you see what I mean? You see what I mean? I don't trust that. It's weird. It does weird things. And then we can't do this one. Okay, so we're waiting for Lindsay, and we're gonna support her endeavors. But we're not gonna wait for her. Well, actually, I don't know what missions we have. Oh, we have Nok-nok. Right. We should probably focus on that. Nok-nok, come with me. Let's see if you're broken. Because if you are, you're gonna die. He's not even an advisor. So it doesn't matter much if he dies or not. I mean, I don't want him to die. So he's a fun character. So let's exit. Exit. Octavia stays behind. Nok-nok comes with us. And that's definitely not gonna break anything. As happened the other time. 10 hours. That sounds about right. Happened the other time when we had a party of 7 team members. I don't know what the game was thinking. Oh, we can enter now. Thank you. It's really good. I will need to refresh my memory about what the heck is going on here. But I want to be able to do it if we immediately jump into a dialogue, which might happen. It sometimes does, and sometimes doesn't. Okay. So it seems our goblin troubles are piling on. That combo shouldn't be there. Nok-nok and his tribesmen have built Lamashtu's shrine, right? A shrine to... Sure. There's the single... There's only ever a shrine to Lamashtu. And it's Lamashtu's shrine. Oh, Tsana is over here. Goblins, we hold feasts so great. Recite tales on your breastplate, says the goblin prankster. Sure. Nok-nok is going up. Nok-nok half stumbles in, clanking and rattling from a number of fetishes adorning his body. Teeth, pebbles, so much so he looks like a filthy bead curtain. You have no idea when he was able to dress up like that. He stops before you, his back straight, and does his best to look down upon you, but the effect ends up being something of a mess. Before you speak, or you can speak, Nok-nok addresses you, drawing out his words like proclamations. You have been summoned, Gilladel, to the Mother of Beasts speaks. He raises his arms in a flourish. Through me! A silly creature claims to be Lamashtu's chosen, says Tsana. How amusing. Yet his spirit is commendable. I don't care who builds what. I just wanted to see what this fool's work was. You were... What? I just wanted to see what this work was you were on about. Yeah, fool's work is a... Yeah. You may carry on. Let's go with this one. Nok-nok, I respect your efforts. You are free to worship Lamashtu here. Nok-nok gives a grin and a bow. Hear all! The mother is a peace, as pleased with blessing from Gilladel. All hail the mother! All hail Gilladel! Hero of Big Bad Smell City. He raises his arms in a flourish again. A wise choice, your highness, says Tsana. You are pleasing Lamashtu and keeping these mongrels occupied at the same time. Then Nok-nok gets away. I think he gives a faint nod and then trundles off, his costume trailing behind him and leaving small bits on the ground as he moves. He's still in my team though, so we did it. Yeah, we did it. Visit the clearing. Nok-nok refused to be reasoned with, not surprising, until the queen sees the magnificent shrine of Lamashtu with her own eyes. We must travel. Yes, first things first. No, that's all that happened. Well, I'm glad we didn't die or anything. Or he didn't die, specifically. Because that definitely was going to be a thing. And let me remind you who Lamashtu is. That's the mother of all monsters or something like that. So, that sounds about right. We should have that. It's fine. And people are going to be upset, but, you know, the goblins are also upset that people don't like Lamashtu. So, you know, get yourself some... Just shut up. That's what I mean. Just don't complain to me or to anybody. Okay, I wonder how we can choose. Yeah, we don't really need to. Do we need to choose the team when we go in there? We can enter. Yeah, so if I go to the throne room. The thing is, I don't know what time it is, for one. But also, I want to spend the time about as close as it gets to the, There we go. There we go. To the beginning of the next day so we can have Octavia back. Or Lindsay, actually. It's Lindsay. Oh, it's going to be a little while. Sure. Let's look at more quests, see if we can do anything. So we succeeded that. That's a companion quest. We got the kingdom quest, but all those we're basically waiting. And then we have these ones that are impossible because I can't figure them out. And then, yeah. So basically, that's that. No. 3 hours. That's a little bit too little. Okay. It's almost there. Oh, it's actually on point. Look at me being right. Anyway. Lindsay. We got upgrades. And now we can support her thing. Probably should, and we'll save over here. So support, she's the only one. Yep. It's up to Relations 5. Sounds about right. And we have things done over there. Hopefully, actually done. But we also have a new month. So, that's where he's going to come out of. A lot of those numbers. And that was a hiccup, by the way. So, we got level 6 on Relations. Testimony of loyalty. We got a triumph. The splendid ceremony was spectacularly lavish and triumphant. The warden managed to impress both honored guests and the ordinary citizens. Okay, sounds about right. Disrupted harmony. Failure. Oh, that was the druids. Yeah, right. You didn't assist an advisor and let this opportunity pass by. Oh, that wasn't a bad opportunity to let pass by. We got a triumph over here with Octavia. The Magister offered the runaways a place to stay in the castle. Under constant guard, in gratitude, they took a few of the Magister's underlings as their pupils. That was the genie. We succeeded at the Troublemakers, which is pretty good. A few celebrations and a fair. And the happy people soon forget their troubles and instigators' words. Don't you ever trust instigators' words, you. Making a speech in front of the citizens, the regent linked the prosperity of the kingdom to the fact that the newcomers are always welcome here. The locals felt proud of themselves and embraced their neighbors. Nice for a bunch of community. And the River Maiden over here, the mermaid, our soldiers stormed into the mermaid's waters and scared her off. She has abandoned the whole river, and merchants now choose this safe route over the others that are also safe. The triumph over here for the Craftsman Strike. Oh, what happened here? Ooh, minus loyalty. I think I know what happened. We did gain economy, and again, it's just money. The strike was because, you know, anyway, it would lower the economy. The strike was broken, yeah, because Kanara is that kind of person. And its leaders were arrested. The craftsmen returned to their places because they're not they are working for somebody else. I'm not sure how that works. Having received nothing for their pains, but so fearful of prison that they now work 3 times faster. It's confusing, but they are apparently working for somebody else. Who is gaining the money? That 7 money that we got. Triumph over here, Clash of the Fanatics. The counselor settled the priest's argument so wisely that they thanked her for her interference and gave her their deepest respect. The priests solemnly make peace and exchanged gifts, and the congregations returned to their temples. That's nice as well. And we have 4 events that are now over here. Forgotten Knowledge. A hermit is around. Is that an easy one? It is not an easy one. Sana is gonna have trouble with it. She's gonna succeed though, so I suppose that's kind of good. But I think it is. She always succeeds, right? On this, it's a DC 20 plus. You get something, right? That's all you need to pass it. Yeah, I'll put that. That's probably gonna give us Arcana or something. Safe refuge over here. Actually, you know what? I don't need you. Can I just click there and leave that open? I can't? I can't. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, game, for being very helpful. Rank. So I want either loyalty or economy to go up. Let's make them both. So support for economy kind of goes over here. And stability, loyalty. So Sana goes over here. That's just so I remember where they go. So we can have Lindsay over here. That wouldn't be too bad. We got the safe refuge. Brevoy's great houses have been fighting a silent war for generations. When their homeland becomes too dangerous, House Orlovsky sends their entire family abroad, along with all their servants. The great house would surely appreciate it if the queen provided them safe refuge. And I'm not gonna provide safe refuge. Jaethal is. She can do that. Which is really weird. A noble in trouble. The leisure boat of a noble woman from Brevoy ran aground on a sandbank in the river. And that should be simple to fix. And then we have Eureka. We have had this before, and Octavia really enjoys it. I think it's because she solved it before. So this is actually a pretty good setup over here. We are not going to go with that. We don't need training. We have no new ones anyway. So, yeah, this is pretty good. Let's get Sana in here. And hopefully we succeed at both of those. I think we will. And then I increase my economy. Also known as just run those slaves hard, and if they die, get more slaves. Or something. Or, quote, support the treasurer's endeavors, unquote. Nice euphemism there. So we're rolling, I think, 250%, which is sort of bad. I don't think we're going to succeed at both. We got a success here on Eureka. The advisor's servants came to an agreement with a mage. We have a success in the Forgotten Knowledge for Tsana, which is good, a triumph, actually. The decryptor managed not only to translate a book from the dead language, but also to grasp its gentle, delicate nuances. It was not only a book about magic, but also about the gods and their connection with magical energies. The mages and priests of the kingdom have taken great interest in the tome, and we got pluses for days. We also have Safe Refuge success over here. The minister welcomed the Orlovsky family and then delivered them into the hands of House Sortova. The Great House promised a share of their trade network, controlled by House Orlovsky, in exchange for their heads. And we got a bunch of heads. That's what we got. And a success here on a noble in trouble. The general's soldiers quickly and skillfully pushed the noble's boat from the sandbank. And we got extra military, showered by cries of admiration. Apparently that's good training for the soldiers, is what I assume that worked as. The Sentinel. Is that a tree? The priests of the Clockwork Cathedral in Absalom have offered to send us a unique servant. It's a Clockwork Sentinel. That sounds like a fun time. This also sounds like a really tough check, but we'll do that. Illicit hunters. Poachers are hunting. Oh no, not the poachers again. Winged menace. A flock of rapacious harpies are terrorizing the region. We did this a couple of times before. Joys of life. Strange hedonistic teachings that are not strange anymore because we've done it a bunch of times, and also they probably should be allowed to do whatever they want. And also I want to run naked around the city. We have treasure requests my attention. Minister demands my attention. And the Sentinel is back to the beginning. So that's our new checks, and we have a bunch of things over here that we will do. So the treasure wants... Oh, we need to go to the throne room, which we can't go to because we're not in the city technically. So we need to enter and go to the throne room right there. I wonder if it activates the thing automatically. I think it does. You know, yeah, this. It does. We captured a spy, says Jethal. A mercenary from Daggermark. That city is like a spider at the center of a web of intrigue that entangles all the river kingdoms. The spy identified his master. Once she realized we were following her, she anticipated the tortures she was facing and claimed that she wished to come over to us, just as people of weak loyalty do. Should we trust her? I, for one, am not that stupid. She's only worried about her own skin. Loyalty is out of the question. However, it would be short-sighted not to make use of her knowledge. We could use magic to brainwash her and command her obedience, but that's not the most reliable solution. Besides, a couple of years later, she would be useless as a dumb vegetable. Because the smart vegetables, they're very useful. The best way to control her is to spill blood if she betrays us, the blood of her friends and family. Her obedience can be ensured if we take the right people hostage. That sounds like a lovely time, actually. So let's see. We got pluses, and we got pluses everywhere. So we can do anything that we want. So I will do what she asks. Take her friends and family hostage, spellbind her, send her in the wrong direction and follow her. Let's take her friends and family hostage. Perfect, says Jethal. I'll give her a vivid description of her family's future if she should choose to betray us. It's going to be a long story. It's also going to be the end of the episode because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.